I was only 2 years old when I was in Ravensbrück, and I can't tell you anything about the liberation of Ravensbrück because I was not there. But I can tell you how my life was saved in Ravensbrück. I was 2 years old, as I said, when my parents and I were arrested by Gestapo while trying to escape from Denmark to Sweden. Presumably, the intention was that we should be deported to Theresienstadt in Czechoslovakia. But probably because of bombing of the rail tracks, our transport was interrupted, and my father came to Sachsenhausen. My mother and I came to Ravensbrück instead, and we were imprisoned in the bunker, which served as a camp prison. After about a month, I got diphtheria and was taken away from my mother. And for almost 2 months, she didn't know where I was, what happened, and even if I was still alive. So the question is, how does a 2-year-old child having diphtheria, which is a very dangerous illness, and without his mother or any other relatives, survive in a concentration camp like Ravensbrück, where thousands were killed, simply died or simply died because of hunger or illness? The answer is that another prisoner, Dr. Zdenka Nedvedova, tried to cure my diphtheria with serum, and another prisoner, Hilda Shinkova, took care of me as if I was her own child. And when the SS doctor wrote my name on the list with the names of 800 other prisoners who were to be deported to Auschwitz, these two brave Czech women saved my life by organizing that I was removed rapidly from the Revier, which was a barrack for sick concentration camp inmates, and brought me back to the prison to my mother, even though I hadn't yet fully recovered from my diphtheria. All 800 who were deported perished. These two women, they saved me, and I owe them my life. I think it's useful to remember the phrase written by Primo Levi, the Italian Holocaust survivor. He said, "It happened, and therefore it can happen again." I would never have believed that we are experiencing again in Europe these years anti-Semitism, racism, intolerance against other groups of people, and it's even on the rise. Even if I don't think that the world could see something similar to the Nazi atrocity again, with systematic murdering of millions of Jews, Romas, homosexuals, and other categories of people who did not live up to the then German ideals of human being. It's important that we, and I'm in particular thinking of the younger generations, not once again act with indifference to what is going on even today. There's much talk about vaccine these days, vaccine against the coronavirus. Anti-Semitism, racism, intolerance is also a virus spreading rapidly if it's not stopped. And the best way to vaccinate against it is education. Education about what happened and the lessons we should learn from that. In the Stockholm Declaration from year 2000, governments pledged to strengthen their effort to promote education, remembrance, and research about the Holocaust. This obligation must not be forgotten, and is more important than ever. Information and education of young people about anti-Semitism and racism is also the best way to honor all those who suffered and died as a result of their captivity in Ravensbrück and in all the other camps.